on the germ theory. So it's a major step forward. The next thing that was very important, the product of the 19th century, was the creation of the municipal and provincial departments that dealt with legislation for the control and the prevention of contagious disease. And that has been very important and still extraordinarily important to us today. In regard to control, I would suggest to you that at the end of the 19th century, they had reached a pinnacle in the quality of quarantine in hospitals, at least in Kingston, and quarantine in the home. Patients in the community who had diseases were responsible not to spread the disease. They had to stay in home. In regard to prevention, it was firmly established that water and sanitation was the key to the waterborne infections of cholera and typhoid fever. The experience in the nickel wing indicates that by 1922, Kingston had not yet reached the point of providing safe water for all of their community. And typhoid fever was continuing to occur in exactly the same way as it had at an earlier time. Now, to digress just for a moment, one of the interesting things that happened was that the nickel wing of the isolation hospital was closed in 1922, and in 1923 they built the freestanding separate isolation hospital that some of you may have been familiar with, which was on King Street right next to the hospital. And Marilyn will remember it very well as she worked in there for a while. And that was the pinnacle in Kingston of a freestanding isolation hospital separate from all the other hospital facilities. Vaccination had become an established principle as far as the profession is concerned and for much of the community as far as regards to smallpox. But the fascinating thing that began to occur at the end of the 19th century was the development of vaccines for these other contagious diseases that they now understood. And the remarkable development of vaccines that occurred in those 2 decades has eliminated for us, as we know today, the problems of diphtheria, which we don't see anymore. So the 19th century was, from the point of view of contagious diseases, a very exciting time. And it led to a remarkable transition that those of us today should be extraordinarily grateful for. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for coming. This was a wonderful turnout, and I'm very happy to be here to provide some of the local context in this series on Kingston's nursing history. So I'd like to thank the Museum of Healthcare for organizing this in the Official School of Nursing. This is one night for asking me to speak. And for reasons that I think sharing your knowledge, and I think there's some great links between our two papers. You'll see some similar images, perhaps, but you really set the context for what I'm going to be speaking about for the next few minutes. My aim is to examine the origin and early history of the school, focusing on its founding and growth over the first decade and a half of its existence. The historic school really begins in 17th century France. The religious hospitals of St. Joseph were founded in a town in the Loire Valley called La Flèche in 1636. A tax collector named Jerome Leroy de la Rosière received visions in which God accepted him to found a congregation of hospital sisters, build a hospital in La Flèche, and to found a colony in New France on the island of Montreal, establishing a hospital there as well. The daughters of St. Joseph, as they were initially known, were founded on May 18, 1636, founded by Jerome Leroy along with Marie de la Fère, the co-founders and first superior. In the spring of 1631, Jerome Leroy met Jean Mance, the daughter of a magistrate who wished to become a missionary in France, and she became part of a group to travel across the Atlantic with a military office, all on the day of Mazeneuve, and the 50 colonists arrived in Montreal, establishing Ville Marie May 17, 1642. In 1645, the first hospital was built, a stone building known as Miss Nancy's House, and Jean